Is there anyone that you've dated in the past that you owe an apology to?
Yeah, I apologize to all my exes for giving them my time. Like, giving them my energy.
Damn, it's a long list, not gonna lie. But they owe me an apology too.
We talk about you.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, you're right. No, let me self-reflect. Yes, there are a lot of people that I owe apologies to. Will they get them? Probably not. But I owe you an apology, you know, but you might not get it. But I owe them an apology, yes, for sure.
See, I've grown a little bit now, you know? I feel like dating is you learn, if you're doing it right, you kind of learn about yourself and other people, you know? So I learned like, all right, I don't have to ghost somebody. Just tell them, look, I don't want to keep going. I don't want to do this. Instead of just block. Because that's what we do now. It's quick to block. Love blocking these niggas, but, you know, just call like, you know what? That's what I did. I say, you know what? I didn't have to handle things the way I did. I apologize. You didn't deserve that. And that's it. And then I blocked him so that I wouldn't know if he called me back or not. Because I didn't want my feelings hurt knowing like, oh, he didn't even call me back.
I don't feel like I do. I mean, life happens, shit happens. I feel like if I'm not talking to you anymore and we don't have a relationship anymore, it's kind of like, what kind of apology do you need from me? Do you need closure? I feel like if you need closure from me, then you come to me for closure. I'm not coming to you.
The only thing I would apologize for is not healing. And probably carrying certain trauma. Not before, but that happened within, and just carrying it for like a long time and just letting it build and just reacting based off it. That's the only thing I would apologize for.
I was trying to build myself up to be this person that this other person would ideally want. I held that person to such a high regard that I didn't want to ever make sure that like I came up short or like I was slacking in any department. So I kind of danced around a couple of things because I was still working on myself, you know, but unbeknownst to that person, they thought I just didn't want them. And it's like, no, like I'm trying to be the best version of me for you and for us.
But you didn't communicate that.
I did not communicate that. And then by the time it was just too late, they wore their heart on their sleeve. And I'm just like, wait, still in the construction over here, you know, but you know, you live and you learn, right?
I think that like I've been in relationships where I wasn't necessarily as emotionally available. My sense of self wasn't where it needed to be as far as like what I could provide as a man. I shifted focus from this person that I'm with to focusing on myself. And it's like in a relationship, that don't make no sense. Like you can't be in a relationship with somebody and only be focused on yourself. Actually to my ex, you know who you are. I've apologized time and time again, you know what I'm saying? Last conversation we had, I apologize again. Wish you all the best. You out here doing your thing. I love that for you. You know what I'm saying? Be great out here. Like, they know what I'm talking about.
So sweet. Is there someone you dated that you owe an apology?
I don't think so, because I would say 90% of my relationships ended on like, okay, it ended. Like, we can't go any further with this. I didn't do, you know, I don't think so.
Fuck no. And I only say I don't owe anybody an apology because I am a person that apologizes. I will be the first to apologize. So everybody that's dating me, I over-apologize and y'all don't get shit else out of me.
No more.
Because I don't like to argue. So I'll be the first to be like, I will humble myself, because I need to be humbled, but I'll be like, I'm sorry, I love you, whatever. I'll just say whatever just to not be in a bad place.
There might be like 3 people. So yeah, some people have treated me so nicely, like the fairy tale kind of treatment. And because I was not physically attracted to them, I was just like, moved on to the next one and just left them hanging. So sorry to that person.
Like 8 women. Like,
that's a very specific number.
Because I think about the hurt that I put women through. My lack of communication has caused me to hurt women who really, really cared for me or loved me. The golden lining or silver lining for that is most of them end up married, have kids, they great. So I'll be like, look at you. Like, my fuck up got you into your happiness. So like, I try to look at it from that side. Maybe I wouldn't have given them what they ended up getting because I wasn't ready. So that's one way I look at it. But yeah, like maybe like 8 women.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I could tell your voice went down.
Yeah,
so.
You saw my whole octave
just
drop.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. You know, I was younger back then. That's my bad. I hate that excuse, but it's funny because when you do get older and mature, you actually do start to realize all the dumb shit you was doing just because you was younger. Mm-hmm. No funny shit. So yeah, it's definitely probably a person or 2. I didn't know what I wanted at that time. I was trying shit. I had to learn myself. That sounds so fucking cliche.
It's true.
But when you really learn yourself, you start to realize what you want to be a part of and what you don't.
For lack of better terms, just kind of being a brat in a relationship. I apologize for that. Like, I've matured more. I understand people's feelings. I'm more aware of that now. I would definitely apologize for just being a brat or feeling like you were there to serve a purpose other than like just being yourself and having companionship. I would apologize for that.
Ooh. See, that's the Leo fighting right now. Because I don't ever owe anybody. I do what I do. But do I owe an apology? No, I've only been in 3 relationships and like I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing because I was learning myself and loving myself in every process. So, no.
Me? No. They do? Yes. I've never ghosted anybody. Like, things just fizzled out. I've never, like, I told you I'm close to perfect. But no, I'm not perfect. That's me joking.
Like, I'm standing
no, but no, I don't.
Just Jesus.
Jesus perfect. No, I don't think I owe anybody an apology. I do feel like people owe me an apology.
I owe an apology to my ex-girlfriend because she made some mistake and it was terrible. And I had to make it seem like I liked it because I didn't want to fuck the pussy up. To my ex, you know who you are. You made that steak with the fries and shit like that. The fries was mad cold. Know what I mean? You try to get exotic with onions and peppers. You didn't cook them right. Steak was wild burnt. I had to put mad sauce on that thing. I wasn't feeling that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I apologized to her because she made some unsavory food and I lied because I was horny. I put my palate to the side for my horniness and that shit is uncharacteristic of me. So yeah.
I'll go with my last ex. I was like seeking other women's attention when I shouldn't have been, in times where I should have probably like just tried to find her. A part of that, I guess, is like I am kind of a control freak in a sense. Sometimes hard love or like tough love really doesn't like work for me. And so I'll think that you think something negative of me, even though you're giving like a critique that might actually be helpful towards me. And so I'll seek, I guess, positive affirmation from somebody else for whatever reason, because I like the positive affirmation that person gives me. I start to be attracted to that person, and then next thing you know, I've developed feelings, and you know how that shit that goes down the rabbit hole from there. I would definitely say that I definitely owe my last girlfriend an apology.
I think I've gotten better now. I think now I come into relationships and I am very upfront and vocal about my expectations and my needs and my willing to give. I think that I've been unclear in the past on what I'm willing to give, and it's been a situation where people have felt where they're like dumbstruck, or they're kind of like the rug is pulled out from under them. In my mind, I'm like, you should have done this 6 months ago because I knew this 6 months ago, and now we're here. I think I'm a good communicator, but I think that I get caught up in the moment. Like, I'll be annoyed, say something sweet to me, I'll be like, never mind, it's okay. Like, you're my man. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, but you just annoyed me 25 times in the past 2 weeks. But to you, I'll be like, okay, yeah, you just bought me this shit. It's cool. We could work it out.
I would apologize for the way we broke up. I had a nasty breakup. It kind of spilled over to social media because he started first and I kind of just landed. I would have handled it different and just had a more direct conversation about the things that hurt me, and I wouldn't have been so fiery with my response and, went on social media, or I just would have handled it more mature.
No?
That's it?
No. Okay. I'm being a better person because I'm a pretty flower and my petals are soft. There may be a few people that I owe an apology to that they will never get. Because in life, we learn that you have to be okay with apologies that you will never get. And you have to move on. So if I owe you an apology, God bless you.
Yeah. I just like to ask people questions.
Uh-huh.
And over the years, I've just collected data, I guess, from just asking a bunch of questions. And then before you know it, he's like, oh, this is content. And then it's just like, okay, let's move the content from being written form to video form. So like that's how Off the Cuff basically came about.
God is going to bless this.
Amen.
This is going to go from glory to glory.
Amen.
And the people that need to see it will see it, and that's going to reach people beyond the United States.
You're
people
so
beyond
that.
the UK.
Oh my
This is going to be good.
Give us a hug.
And the money that comes from this is going to be enriching your pocket.
Hello, big check.
Congratulations.
Coins upon coins upon
Coins. Come on,
I'm happy I was a part of this. Don't forget the little people.